Nir Barkat, Minister of Economy and Industry, Shalom.
Hi, Yoni.
Thank you very much for coming to our
Pleasure.
studio. And you know, these days we're talking about the day after the war. Are we really at the day after the war? First of all, a few words about what you're seeing now regarding the Gaza Strip. What is the next stage? How do you see the next stage?
Let me start from the top a second, okay? I believe that there's an alternative to a two-state solution. We have to rip apart the PA, the Palestinian Authority. They have no right of existence, and replace it with the model of Emirates. I've been working the last 5 years with Dr. Moti Kedar in proposing an alternative to a two-state solution. The rationale behind it is that rather than creating a state and kicking the Jews out, you're actually creating a set of autonomies, okay, that coexist side by side to all settlements. This is a model that is accepted and supported by the right of center, by the settlers. And I believe that the first notion is probably going to be Hebron. The city of Hebron is an opposition to the PA. I've been meeting with them in the last year numerous times. They give us a letter saying that they want to leave the Palestinian Authority and join the Abraham Accords. They recognize Israel as the state of the Jewish people. They want to collaborate with us. Rather than paying $1 million to whoever kills an Israeli, they will fight their own people if, God forbid, they use terror. And this model, I believe, is the key to coexistence in the Middle East.
And you're promoting this not just as an Israeli right-wing politician, but also as the Minister of Economy and Industry, because this is about peace through economy, right?
Yeah, certainly. Certainly true. Naturally, I've proposed this to Prime Minister Netanyahu and whoever else needs to know this. And from the 120 parliament members, mind you that about a year ago, 99 voted against the Palestinian state, okay? All of them, plus, will support this model because we have the sheikhs on the other side coming and saying, hey, we want to coexist with you. They're willing, once they settle and Israel will give the support to something like this, they will go to the world and say, hey, we live here 700 years. Take these corrupt terrorists that you brought from Tunisia away. We want our independence. We want to kick or release all of the Oslo agreements, which are irrelevant, and we want to redo the agreements with a deep understanding between the state of Israel and themselves.
Now,
so any solution in Gaza goes through.
Let's go to Gaza.
Any solution in Gaza goes through the success story in Hebron.
Of the Emirate model.
Yes, the Emirate model in Hebron is certainly the ripest, ready, 500,000 people. They're the first to demonstrate how this could work well. I assume, I already know actually, that other cities in Judea and Samaria, Arab cities in Judea and Samaria will probably join. I don't want to give the names, but there's a demand there. Because if we collaborate with the sheikhs of Hebron and create a real coexistence agreement, there's no doubt in my mind that the world will say, okay, what do we want to be like? Do we want to be like Hebron, that are looking to become like the Emirates? Or do we want to look like Gaza? And it's a very, very clear line that when they come and speak up and say to the world, this is what they want, this is self-determination of the sheikhs living in Hebron, it makes a lot of sense to everyone, including the Americans, of course.
Now, when we look at the variety of challenges of the state of Israel, the variety of battlefronts, you may say, it's important that we understand how much economy and industry is yet another battlefront,
Sure.
right?
Certainly. I'm responsible for all commerce and international economic relationships with countries around the world. What you see very clearly that the world is saying, hey, these Israelis, they've done something right. We crippled the evil axis, Iran and the proxies around us, and we're giving hand for peace. And they understand that our weaponry, our defense, our innovation is second to none. Imagine now you're in the Far East, in India and other places. They have to decide where to buy weaponry from. It's not going to be the Russians that supported Iran. It's not the Iran. It's not the Chinese. It's not the Europeans that haven't demonstrated their capabilities. It's probably Israelis and Americans.
But there's still the anti-Israel sentiment. You felt this throughout the past
Only in
few
Europe.
years.
In Europe, I think Europe is confused. They don't know where they're going. We still have very strong ties with Germany, and in East Europe, we have really good ties.
But other ties have been harmed.
Yeah, fine, unfortunately. But economically, we're shifting to the east. All of Europe together is 9% of the world. Asia is 59% of the world. And now that the relationship we have with an amazing relationship with India and Philippines and Japan, and you see more and more countries in Asia looking at Israel as wow, we want some of that. So the demand from Israel has increased dramatically in Asia. And what I'm saying to our business people and entrepreneurs in Israel, fine, if there's a bit of resistance in Europe, focus on where we could succeed, which is Asia.
We mentioned Europe, we mentioned Asia. Let's end with the US. Under the Trump administration, we all see the statements and the friendly atmosphere. How do you feel it?
I think we never had such a great friend in the White House like President Trump. The personal relationship that he formed with Prime Minister Netanyahu is second to none. The collaboration between the two countries is phenomenal. And I believe we should use every second of that collaboration to make major steps forward. And I think that's exactly what's going on. It's an opportunity to thank the President of the United States and his administration and the people in the United States for their amazing support to Israel. Well, naturally, we have always a few challenges to iron out, but they're done in great spirit and great collaboration, and we're very thankful.
Minister of Economy and Industry, Nir Barkat, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ani.